Type in yes if you can hear me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Samson, yes, excellent. Okay. Joe, yes. Princess Chisanga, thank you. Welcome. Esther Clifford, excellent, excellent, excellent. Welcome to the webinar. And I really appreciate you being here. And today is going to be an exciting day, okay? What I'm going to show you is going to open your eyes and is going to open your mind to see what the possibility of making an extra income or quitting your job for good is. Okay. A little bit of housekeeping rules. If you like to ask any questions, please, I'll recommend you leave it till the end of the webinar and then you type your questions in the questions box on the left, and then I'll be able to address that. Okay. And although I'm doing the webinar, I cannot obviously answer your questions whilst I'm on it. So when we finish, I'll open the floor for you to ask your questions. Okay. So type in yes if you're ready to go, please. Excellent, 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 excellent. Welcome. This webinar is about how to make $1,000 to $5,000 per week with weekly options in just 4 days or less if the market is up, down, or sideways. Okay. This is Daniel Duase, as most of you know, and thank you for attending this webinar. So I'm going to give you the details on an amazing way to make weekly income. But first, this is what I want you to do, okay? I want you to shut down all other programs on your computer, and please, no multitasking during the webinar. It is very, very key, okay? And turn off your phone, okay? Get a pen and a paper because I have important information for you that you can use immediately. So you don't let anything or anyone distract you or disturb you. Okay. It is key. It is key. Okay. Once you're here, I want your full attention to be on this webinar because it's going to change your life. So here's our journey today. I'm going to take you through the introduction, which I'm doing now, and then I'll go through the content. Okay. How to make $1,000 to $5,000 per week with weekly options. Okay, and then we have a question and answer session at the end, and then we wrap up. Okay, I also have a free bonus. Okay, I'm going to tell you about at the end of this webinar, so please make sure you stay till the end of this webinar. Okay, hopefully by 9:15, latest by 9:30 we should be finished, or maybe before 9. Okay, so I'm not going to take most of your time. So my promise to you tonight is at the end of this webinar, you'll be able to confidently create weekly income with weekly options. So who am I and why should you listen to me? Most people on the webinar know me. I'm a coach, I'm a mentor. I coach people how to achieve financial independence, and I mentor people, and I have a hedge fund where I trade on behalf of clients. Okay, and I also run seminars to empower people to how they can move their finances from where they are to where they want to be in the next few years. Okay, so basically, all when you get close to me, all I'm talking about is about your finances, how you can be able to improve and achieve financial independence. Because I know that it is key to have a good family life, to have a good relationship, to have a good, overall life. You need financial independence to be able to have that opportunity in life. Okay, so let me tell you a bit about my story. I grew up in Ghana, and it was a long time ago. My dad died suddenly, and that's my mom in the picture, and my 4 sisters. My elder brother was with my grandparents. So as you can see, it was very, very tough. Okay, so we had nothing when dad died, and we slept in a house where the conditions were very, very poor. When I say poor, it was very, very poor. So sometimes it was that situation that mom, she had no money. She will grind hot chili. Okay, we will eat the hot chili when it burns, and we'll drink it for our food for the night. Okay, so growing up, I knew all I knew was poverty. I didn't know anything about it because there was no one in the family who empowered me how to achieve financial independence. Okay, so I also worked as a shoe shine back home to make my ends meet. Okay, too, because when mom came to the UK, I mean, to look after 6 kids back home, it wasn't an easy task. So I had to be a man, get my shoe shine box, go to house, mend shoes, okay, to provide for myself. And in 1998, fortunately, mom met my stepdad, I think 95 or somewhere like that. So 98, they filed for us, and four of us, myself, including my three sisters, we joined them, okay. And I went to secondary school, went to college, went to university, and whilst I was in secondary school, I was bullied, okay. So life was very, very tough for me coming to the UK. So fortunately, whilst I was in university, I wanted to work for myself. It was very, very important that I had the opportunity to have the time freedom for my family, for my wife, for my daughter, for I mean to have the ability to also know that it is possible in this country to also achieve financial freedom. So whilst I was at uni, met a mentor, coached me. So by the time I was 23, I was able to use his strategies, okay, to retire, invest in the stock market and forex trading, okay. And life has been so good so far. So 3 years ago, I was also able to retire my wife, Josephine, okay, full time. So the two of us now, we work full time from home, okay. And it is very, very liberating knowing that you don't depend on a source of income that someone controls, okay. Someone's got their fingers on the pulse of your income. Well, they tell you when to come to work, they tell you when to finish, they tell you when to go to holidays. I didn't want that in life. So that was my main motivation. So whilst you're on this webinar, I want you to write down your reason why. It is very, very important that you have something to look up to. Why am I trying to make $1,000 to $5,000 per week? Why is the reason? Is my reason for a better home, mortgage free, a better family life, charity back home? I mean, that why should push you. Okay, that's what I want. What you have to, I want you to have in mind whilst I go through this. So, fortunately for us, we're able to pay off the mortgage. So now we are mortgage free, and the strategy that you are going to learn about is what we used. My wife and I, we used to pay off the mortgage, okay. And when you get close to me, saving is one of the topics that I love talking to people about, because without saving, you can not move on in your finances, okay. So learn a strategy, make money, save the money, pay off your mortgage, and enjoy life, okay. So I'm not telling you all this to impress you, okay. It's not my style at all, but rather to impress upon you that this is 100% real, okay. And if somebody from Africa, from Ghana, which I mean, it was very, very tough growing up, has been able to turn his life around, then you have every opportunity in this country to also do exactly the same, okay. And also, it's not some stuff some guy made up or but never put any money on. Most people on the webinar, I mean, we are close friends now, we're like family. I mean, most, and I can see from the left hand side people who are on the webinar that have actually visited us at home, okay. So you know our way, the way we work, you know our schedule, that we work for ourselves. What we preach is what we do. We live what we tell people that they should also do, okay. So don't be intimidated that I'm trying to impress you. It's just to impress upon you, okay. So I've gone on to write 4 books so far, okay, and I'm planning to write my 5th book, which will be hopefully by the end of this year, okay. So I've written The Billionaire's Code, The Silent Millionaire, The Intelligent Trader, and The 5 and the 5 Plan, okay. So your number one asset in life is time with your family, okay. This is what I found out when I was able to retire and work from home, okay. It's very, very convenient for Joe and I to drop the kid to school, Daniel to school. I mean, every parent evening we are there, every sport activity, the two of us, we are there. I mean, it is bringing Daniel up to a certain level that most kids don't have. So this is what I also want to uh, um, tell you, that you can also achieve it. It's possible for you. Okay, it's not rocket science at all. Okay, so let's get started. Let's go to the real content. That's why you're here. So here's what it's all about. Okay, using weekly options to make weekly income. So why weekly options? The stock market these days is different. Okay, it's different from back in the days. So in this market, we need short-term trades with low risk and above average yield. Okay, and weekly options gives us two huge advantages. The first one is the opportunity to make high weekly income. And number two, they give us a chance to make a triple digit in a volatile market. Okay. So weekly options are like regular options, okay? I know some of you, you've traded options, you've done the options course with myself, so you have a clue about what I'm talking about. But if you have no idea about what options is, don't worry, okay? I'm going to explain it later on, okay? So weekly options are like regular options, but weekly options expire every single week, okay, which is very, very good. So you can create weekly income on demand. You don't have to rely on a job to pay you every week, okay? So with weekly options, you can potentially make 2% per week, 5% per week, 8%, or even 15% or more per week, okay, every single week on one weekly trade. And you can do as many of these simple weekly trades as you want to create weekly income or a huge retirement account or both, okay, which I recommend you do, okay. And the best part is you get paid every single Friday, okay. This is one of the key areas that I'm very, very interested in. Every Friday you are paid, okay. You can do whatever you want with the money. The money is yours, it is no one's, okay, which makes this very, very unique. So I'm going to tell you a bit more about the number one way to make weekly income with weekly options in just a minute, okay. But first, I want to tell you a secret about myself when I started investing and when I started trading, okay. So when I started, I thought trading and investing was going to be the most easiest thing ever out there. Okay, I had a short-term mentality. I was looking for the shiny object. I was looking for the get-rich-quick strategy. Lost loads of money. When I said lost loads of money, I mean sometimes it's ridiculous to tell people how much I lost when I started because I had a wrong mindset. Okay, until my mentor coached me again to have the right mindset to be able to overcome that. Okay, nothing went right for me. Okay, I'll place a trade, I'll move my stop losses. I mean, I'm doing so many things here and there which didn't go right for me at all. Okay, and I didn't realize my model was broken. The model I was using, because I had a short-term mentality, the mindset that I had, it led to a broken model. Okay, and now I've managed to get a model that works. That's why you are on this webinar. That's why I've specifically asked you to join us on this webinar to learn a new strategy that can help you to also make extra income or potentially quit your job. Okay, so now I don't stress at all. I have a better home life with the family. I mean, I place a trade every day, 2 minutes to 5 minutes before I go to bed. I check the status of the trade and I log off and then I sleep. Okay, by the end of Friday, Saturday morning, my money is in my bank account. Okay, so life has been very, very convenient for me, and I've got things under control now because when you've traded for a long time, okay, things start to fall in place for you. It's like connecting the dots. At the moment when you start, you'll be everywhere, okay. You are not connecting the dot properly, but once you get everything and all things under control, you realize that your account balances keep on improving. Your psychology, your mental makeup, everything is under control, okay. So now I trade with confidence. Okay, I place it, like I said, I don't worry about the trader because I know what I have done will work out for me. Okay, so the reason is because I've discovered what I believe is the biggest trading advantage for the little guy since the invention of the internet. So now let me tell you how the overall options market plays out first and why this system works so well. Options are tools used by professional traders as a hedge against a current position. So this hedge is mostly for protection. Okay, professional money managers, professional traders, and institutions like large pension accounts use these kinds of hedges. In fact, this is the group that options were designed for. So over in the stock market, over 75% of all the market activity is done by institutions, okay, with large amount of money. So in the options market, these institutions, they buy put and call options as a hedge. However, because there's so much leverage in options, okay, you can make huge returns with very little investment. Lots of average traders take their shots at them, okay. They simply get hooked by the thought of hitting the stock market jackpot. Most options traders don't hit the jackpot or anything even remotely close. In fact, options buyers, okay, when you buy options, people lose millions every week to the small percent of insiders who know the secrets to trading options for maximum gains with minimum risks. And it's not the average investor's fault, okay? Not at all. Why? Because like many things in business and life, the game is hopelessly rigged in the professional's favor. Okay. So before I go on, let me share with you a quick testimonial from one of my students who I finished coaching. Okay. So Tom said, I found this to be the safest and most profitable investment idea I have come across in my 22 years of investing in the stock market. Okay. And the weekly options capital system was a great coaching program. It started at the very beginning and took me through to the end where I was comfortable making the trade. Okay. The potential extra income is awesome. Daniel did an excellent job teaching. Diana from Essex. Okay. So the fact is, in the options market, option buyers lose more often than option sellers. Okay. If you don't get anything at all from this is what I want you to get out of this webinar. The first one, I'll tell you a bit, some other bits. Okay. Why? Because time decay makes options expire practically worthless. Time decay. Okay. And the number one reason option buyers lose money is because they run out of time. That's the number one reason. Okay. When you buy an option, time is working against you. Okay. You just run out of time and the options will expire worthless. Okay. So my weekly options trading system works so well because it's based on 3 simple core truths about options. The first one is most options expire worthless. Okay. The second options truth is options expire worthless because of time decay. Okay. Time decay is the reason why options expire worthless. And options truth number 3, time decay occurs mostly in the last week of options expiration. Okay. So now with weekly options, you can take advantage of time decay every single week. And here is the $1 million options secret. Okay. Sell options while they have a little time value left and simply let them expire worthless. Okay, please write this down. This is key. You sell options while they have a little time value left and simply let them expire worthless. Okay. So like I said before, if you don't get anything out of this webinar, I want you to remember this secret. This is the secret that you need to become a very, very successful options trader. So you sell options while they have little time value left and just you simply watch them expire worthless on every Friday. Okay. So this secret, it changed everything for me once I got my mind wrapped around this secret, and this will change everything for you too. And you can do it in a very low risk protected way. So I'll show you how to create weekly income, and as I do, I want you to understand a fundamental difference in what I teach. Okay. So what you learn here is based on selling weekly options to take advantage of time decay. Okay. This is another clue. What you are learning is based on selling weekly options to take advantage of time decay and putting the advantage of probability on your side as well as you sell them. Okay. So what you learn is different from the mainstream options trading world in 2 major ways. Number one is based on what works in the real world. I do this every week to create weekly income. The second bit is the second reason this is different from the mainstream options trading world is also the reason this system is so reliable and powerfully effective. And what I teach you about options trading is based on the underlying stock. Okay. Every options investor who loses consistently is looking for options success by analyzing options. Okay, so they will just ignore the stock the options is based on and just look at the options itself. Okay, so that does not work. It doesn't matter what option strategy you use. If you get the underlying stock picking wrong, the option strategy will fail. So you get the picking part right, okay, and you make a lot of money in the options market. So that's why the core of what I teach you about options trading is based on the underlying stock, not options. And since options prices decay the most in the last week of expiration, weekly options are a trader's dream come true. Like I said when I started the webinar, this is an opportunity for you to create weekly income. So it's up to you how much you want to earn. Maybe you say, okay, this week I want to earn $500. This week I want to earn $1,000. This week I want to earn $2,000. I mean, you create your own cash flow. Okay. So here's something else that will give you a huge advantage as well. The stock does not have to go up in price for you to profit with this system. Okay. When I tell people this, they're like, why? The secret of the strategy is the stock does not have to go up in price for you to profit at all. Okay, so that's a huge challenge most traders face. They are relying on the stock moving in a certain direction. But with my system, you don't need the stock to go up at all. You see, after you buy a stock, only three things can happen. The stock can only go up, okay, or can stay the same, or can go down. With my system, you don't need to pick stocks that go up, okay? They can go up, they can stay flat, or even go down, and you can still profit. This is very, very unique, okay? So with my trading system, you can make money in 3 out of 3 possible outcomes. So even if you're a horrible stock picker, okay, you can still profit with weekly options. So now let me outline the strategy, then give you some real examples, okay, so you can apply it and get the results that you want. The most important part about starting a new trade is to plan it out to work in the same direction as the general market first. If the general market is bullish, meaning that the market is going up, we match the general market. We will then select a stock that has available weekly options and is also going up as the general market. Next, we will sell a weekly put option to bring in cash immediately. Okay. And here's what else. When we sell the weekly put option, we also buy a lower strike price weekly put on the same stock. 3 reasons why we buy the lower strike price puts. Okay. Number one is it lowers the capital required to do the trade. So, for example, if you sell, let's say, a put on an Google stock or Apple stock, okay, and let's say the put is $5, okay, every contract is 100 shares, so you have to pay about $5,000 to buy that. But when you buy the lower strike put, I mean, this limits your capital required to do the trade, so you can start with a small amount of capital. Okay. Number 2 is it limits our risk. The most you can lose on a trade is the amount you use to do that trade. Number 3, it gives us a hedge that may profit. This is where no other trading strategy will give you. So when you do these 2 trades at the same time, you get more for the weekly put option you sell than what you spend on the lower strike price put you buy, and the difference is your profit. So, but for this trade to pay off, the stock needs to stay above the strike price of the put you sold through Friday's market close. So, just 4 days or less from the day you enter the trade. So, you enter trades on Tuesday and you exit trade on Friday. Okay, sometimes you can enter on Wednesday, sometimes you can enter on a Thursday. Okay, it doesn't really matter when you enter, but as long as you are in a trade and you get a good trade to put on, by the close of Friday, the money is in your brokerage account. Okay, and as you already know, anything can and will happen in the stock market. This is where the hedge come in. If the stock goes down, you can make even more because you own the put as part of this hedged trade. There's no other trading strategy on the planet that gives you this many advantages. Okay, so now let me tell you about the number 1 way to make weekly income. Okay, so I'm going to go over it again. We sell a weekly put option and buy a lower strike price put option on the same stock at the same time. So you get more for the put you sold than what you spent to buy the lower strike price put, and the difference is called a net credit. So your profit is the net credit. Now let me walk you through the steps to do this with weekly options. So before we pick any stock, the very first thing you must do is put your fingers on the pulse of the general market. Doing this means you'll never be on the wrong side of the market again. So you want to be trading where the market is going. If the market is going up, you want to be trading in an up direction. If the market is going down, you want to be trading in a down direction. My research indicates that if you simply trade in the same direction as the general market, you can increase your odds of success on every trade by 85%. So that's why you always want to put your fingers on the pulse of the market first. The next step is to pick the best stocks from the list of stocks with weekly options. Not every stock that has weekly options is good to trade. I prefer stocks already trending up. Okay. The next step is to sell a put at a strike price. The stock has a high probability of staying above for 4 days or less, and buy a lower strike priced put. So these two puts form your credit spread. However, these two puts must be at a price that is below the lowest price the stock is likely to go in the next 3 to 4 days, and this is called deep out of the money. Okay. So the key thing about being successful with options is to be able to analyze the underlying stock. If that stock's pre-existing trend looks good, then and only then do I take a look at the stock's weekly options to see if there's a potential trade. After you find an appropriate stock, you look at strike prices that are below the current stock's price at a level that the stock is not likely to hit in the next week or the next few days. So you then go online and look at the live weekly put options quotes. You look for a spread between two put options that have strike prices that are below the current stock's price. And we are looking for a specific difference in options prices to create a net income by getting more for the put we sold than the put we bought. So here's a real example. Okay. So I placed a trade on the Derixion Small Cap Bull 3X shares. Okay, the symbol is TNA. So when I was placing the trade, the stock price was $55.75. Okay, so remember, when you sell the put, you have to sell a lower strike price put. Okay, so I sold the TNA $50.50 weekly put at 36 cents. Okay, so you can see that the $50.50 is less than the stock price, $55.75. And then I bought another lower strike price put, $50 weekly at 28 cents. Okay, so this is what I needed to place the trade. Okay, so as you can see on the screen, the left hand side is the last, where it says last 55.75 is the current stock price. Okay, and in the middle, where I have the order and the first leg and the second leg. The first leg is the high price put, so sell to open, meaning I sold the July 1st 2016, which was last week. Okay, and the put I sold was $50.50. Okay, and the premium is 36 cents. Okay, and then I bought another put on the same expiration date but a lower strike price put of $50. Okay, and the premium I received was 28 cents. Okay, and this strategy is called a bull put spread. Okay, so this trade alone made me $10,125 in 3 days. So as you can see, I entered the trade on the 29th of 06, which was last month. Okay, last week, and I exited the trade on the 1st of 07. Okay, so the higher price put I bought, which was a $50.50, okay, netted me $12,500, and then the lower strike price put I bought was minus $2,375. So you subtract the top from the bottom, the difference is $10,125 in 3 days. Okay, and the next trade was on the stock JNUG, Derixion Daily Junior Gold. The stock price, it was trading at 193.51. Okay, so I sold the 156 weekly put at $2.40, and I bought the 155.50 weekly put at 10 cents. Okay, so the leg one sold to open the July 1st 2016 and I bought to open the July 1st, 2016. So 156 for the higher price put and the 155.50 for the lower strike price put. Okay, the difference $2.40 and 10 cents was my net credit. So this trade also netted, that is $7,700 in 2 days. Okay, and another trade, ProShares Ultra Short Bloomberg Crude Oil. Okay, the symbol is SCO. The stock price is 86. The stock price was 86.79. So I sold the SCO 78 weekly put at 83 cents, and I bought the 77.50 weekly put at 10 cents. Okay, so stock was trading at 86.79. Like I said, if you look on the left hand side, you don't need the stock to go up to make money. If you look at the change where it says change, the stock looks as if it's falling. It's minus 1.82%, but still, because this strategy is so unique, and the companies, the shares I used to place this trade, I know that they're not going to fall below my high strike price put. Okay, so I sold to open the 78 weekly put, and I bought to open the 77.50 weekly put, and my net credit was difference between 83 cents and 10 cents. And this trade alone, just one day, I placed the trade in the morning because we are 6 hours ahead of US. It was in a pending order. By the time I dropped my daughter to school and I came home, we went back to pick her. I think we went for a sports day. The evening before I went to bed, I checked the trade and was in profit. So immediately I closed that trade off for the day. I wasn't going to wait for the next day. Okay, so it netted me $4,500 in a day. Okay, so you can see this with just you can do all this with just a few clicks in an online brokerage account. Okay, this is very simple. It's very unique, and it's very straightforward. So, but what happens if the stock really goes down? Okay, this is where the hedge comes in, and this is how you are protected. So remember, when we set this trade up, we placed two trades. We sold a put and bought a lower strike priced put. Initially, we did this to make a nice weekly return. But if the stock drops, we have a chance to make an even larger profit because the put we own will skyrocket in price as the stock drops. So if the stock drops to a break-even price, we buy back the short put and stay long put as it goes higher in price. Okay, you can even automate the entire process using special orders based on your stops. Okay, so you don't have to sit in front of computer. You can automate everything, go to work, and the system will take care of it for you. So it's important to understand that you can get out at any time. Like the trade I showed you where I made 4,500 in a day. I wasn't going to wait to see what will happen tomorrow. Immediately I saw the profit, I just came out. Okay, you can also limit your losses by getting out earlier. But the best thing to do to avoid losses is to use stocks trending higher and stay deep out of the money when creating your net credit. So these real examples are classic examples of what I teach in my coaching and mentorship program. Okay, so every year I take a few students on and I handhold them and coach them one-on-one. So in this case, the pre-existing conditions were a bull market. The stock market was going up, a bullish stock. The stocks that I chose, most of them were going up. It was, I think, only one of them that was going down. But because I was deep out of the money, it didn't hit the stock price, and they're going deep out of the money. Okay, so these are the pre-existing conditions that you need to create and use with this strategy. So this strategy is the number one way to make weekly income with weekly options, and you can use it to make the yield you want every week. Okay, so it's up to you how much money you want to make per week. Okay, so here's a quick review. Now, number one is you put your fingers on the general market. Number two, you pick stocks more bullish or bearish than the general market. Okay, so you might be thinking, so does this work when the stock market is crashing? Yes. So if the stock market is crashing, instead of doing the bear put strategy, this one we are going to do a bear call strategy. Okay, but you don't have to worry because the market is going up, so we stick with the puts. Number three is you go deep out of the money to create your net credit. Number 4, you enter on a special limit and apply exit strategy all on one online order ticket. And the advantage here is that you can use this strategy in any market conditions when the general market is up, down, or sideways. So it doesn't matter what the market is doing, as long as there are some stocks that they have options on, you can use this strategy to create weekly income. So this weekly options trading system works because it's built on 3 core truths about options. You can do as many of these simple weekly options trade as you want to make the thousands of dollars every week. And you can do this every week. You get paid every week, and you can even get a debit card from your broker and live on it, okay, if that's what you want. So what else do you need to know apart from what I've already told you? I believe I have given you a good understanding of my weekly options trading system. But there are thousands of little things that you still need to know to go from this understanding to implementation, okay, to putting together your own options trades. Things like how to put your fingers on the pulse of the market, okay, what indicator, okay, do you use to know that the market is going up, down, or sideways, okay, how to pick the cherries from the list of stocks that will help you make weekly income, which option strike prices to use. You can from the previous slide, you saw the strike price I chose. Why did I choose those strike prices? What do I look for when choosing the strike prices? Okay, so these are some of the things that you need to know. How to enter the trade and apply the exit strategy. Okay, how to enter your order using the market maker trick. This is very, very good. Okay, most people don't know that the market makers, people who run the stock market, they have a trick. Okay, when you know that trick to apply to your weekly income strategy, you make a lot of money, because most people will be going for the pennies. You'll be going for the huge dollar amount. Okay, the 7 special things to do on every trade to lower risk and eliminate losses. What to do when a trade goes against you and how to get out. Okay, this is key to limit your losses. And how to go long term with this to build a multi-million-dollar retirement account. So all of those details are what I cover in my advanced one-to-one coaching program, where I charge from $4,997 to $9,997 per person. Okay, so what I do every year, like I said, I take a handful of students, okay, where I coach them one-on-one. I get them, and then everything I know, I just give it to them, and I help them to grow their account and make weekly income. So, but you won't have to pay that, okay? So I'm going to make this easily affordable for anyone who's interested to come on board with me, for me to mentor them personally, okay? So, but first, let me describe the weekly options system that you get. So the weekly options cash flow system, okay, it's a 6 months one-to-one coaching and mentorship program. Okay, I'm starting this program. I already have a few students on board, okay, which I'm starting with them next week, Tuesday, the 12th of July at 8 p.m. Okay, so Albert Einstein said everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. Okay, so what I've done with this weekly options coaching program is very, very simple. Okay, even a 10-year-old child can follow the instructions and place a trade and make money. Okay, it's no brainer. You don't have to stress. Okay, I put everything on a plate for you, tell you what strike prices to pick, tell you your net credit, tell you when to exit a trade when a trade goes against you. So I'm with you for the rest of the duration of the course. And as most people on this webinar, you know, okay, once you come with me and I mentor you, anytime you come for more information, no extra charge at all. I just give it to you, okay? So if you're on this webinar and you're looking for more money, okay, you want more money in your life, you want more security, you want more freedom, okay, then this is for you. So here's what you get. Weekly models that cover everything from the nuts and bolts of options to the detailed secrets you need to know to build weekly income. The first thing I teach you in Module 1 is all about options basics, because if you get that part right, you make great money with my weekly options strategy. Plus, Module 2 trains you about the $1 million options secret and how to use it to your advantage to make great weekly income. Plus, I give you my weekly options cheat sheet. Okay, this consists of 70 stocks that I personally trade to make weekly income. So you don't have to go looking for stocks to trade weekly options on. This alone is worth thousands of pounds. Okay, so everything, all the stocks I've been trading over the years is what I hand over to you. Okay, module 3 trains you how to use weekly options in a hedge trade. Module 4 covers what you just learned here, okay, on our free webinar, which is the hands down #1 way to make weekly income with weekly options. So this is a comprehensive in-depth training on the strategy you just learned. So you can use this top strategy in both up and down markets, and I teach you how in module 4. So module 5 trains you how to buy weekly puts or calls for those rare times that you use this strategy. Module 6 covers how to determine which strike prices to target. Module 7 is a bonus strategy that shows you how to make your weekly trades bulletproof using the weekly options trade appraiser tool. So I also give a tool I call the options trade appraiser free of charge. Okay, so every strategy you need to profit from weekly options is covered in complete detail. So each module consists of a trader training handout. Okay, and during the sessions I walk you through every step of the weekly options strategy. So these sessions cover every detail you need to know and show you exactly how to execute each strategy. And you learn how to always know the trend of the general market, how to pick the cherries from the list of stocks with weekly options if that's what you want to go with, okay? Which option strike price to use to create your weekly income, what to do if a trade goes, okay, against you, and the 7 special things to do on every trade. These 7 special things are key. Okay, they are key to your success. They are actually the core elements of what I do. Plus even more. Okay, so I don't leave anything on 10 at all. So this one-to-one coaching weekly options program covers everything you need to know. However, I realize there are many raw spots in your understanding and some places where you might need a little hand holding. Okay. So you also get unlimited email support from me. Okay, this makes the training interactive. Okay, so you can reach out to me anytime you want more coaching. You can get help by email on any subject in the training. Okay, I can help you with any part you're having challenges with. Plus, you also get access to the recorded videos for live. So every session that we do, the videos are recorded and is emailed back to you for life, so you can keep on playing over and over to get the concept in mind. Okay, so your investment for everything, the weekly options cash flow system, is just £4,997, but I'm going to let everyone here get the system for much less than that. Okay, so if you act quick, like I said, I'm just looking for a hand full of people, few. Okay, so for the first 5 people, here's what I have arranged for you. Okay, spaces are limited. So if you decide to take action today, I want to thank you for being a customer and for being serious enough to attend this webinar. Okay, so to help you get started, and even though my marketing advisor thinks I'm crazy, okay, if you enroll right away, I'll give you a discount of £3,000, reducing your total investment to only £1,197. So if you invest in my system and make just a few trading profits, you could easily make several times the cost of the system in pure profits in just weeks. And since this system will be good from now on because it's based on 3 core truths about options, you can use this to create income for life. So that makes your investment in this trading system the best investment you ever make. So where do you register? You go to www.future-success.org/weekly options. Okay, there are 2 options on that page. One is one-off payment, and the other options is 2 payments if that's what you want to come on board. Okay, so please, on the left hand side you can type in your questions and then I'll be more than happy to answer them. Thank you. Okay, keep the questions coming in. I've seen people typing. Okay, I'm still waiting for the questions. Okay, don't feel shy to ask me any question that you don't understand. Okay. Mr. Fred, you are welcome. Okay, Emmanuel says, what amount do I require to open a weekly options account? Okay, to start profiting. Emmanuel, good question. With this strategy, you need a level 4 account. Okay, a level 4 account allows you to place a credit spread strategy. Okay, and some brokers, a level 4 account requires you to pay to start with up to $10,000. Okay, but with the particular broker that I use, a level 4 account, you can start with $2,000. Okay, so with this strategy, the minimum I recommend you start with is $2,000, and with $2,000, believe me, you can make a lot of good income per week. Okay. So, in order to achieve the £5,000 per week profit, what should be the minimum initial capital? Okay, MACD, if you're looking for $5,000 weekly profit, at least you can start with $10,000. Okay, with $10,000, you can place five trades per week. Okay, and then each trade, maybe you will say, I'll spend $1,000 on each trade. Okay, so $5,000 on the total of the trades, and that will be able to give you the $5,000 you are looking for. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Emmanuel, I've answered your question. Magdi, Toby, what is meant by underlining stock picking? Okay, Mr. Toby, the underlining stock picking, it is key, because it's, for example, you cannot pick just any stock to trade weekly options on. Okay, so before you pick a stock, you have to make sure that the stock is a good stock that has weekly options on, because if you are not careful and you just pick any other stock, it will go against you. Okay, that's why I have prepared the 70 stocks, hand-picked 70 stocks that I have traded over the years, to give it to you. So all you need to do is just pick one of the stocks, okay, and trade for that week. Your job is done. So you are not reinventing the wheel. I've done all the hard work for you. Okay. You are welcome, Emmanuel. Magdi, that's fine. Fred, my question: what makes you a great? What makes you a great? Mr. Fred, if you can expand on that question, what makes you a great trader? Is that me or you? You are welcome, Sir Toby. Should I address you to myself or me? Okay, you. So a great trader is somebody who doesn't um who doesn't let emotions dictate their trading. Okay, who doesn't, I mean, they are not scared to enter a trade, they are not scared to pull out when the trade goes against them. Okay, you are not thinking about the trades even when when you are sleeping, when you are driving. I mean, you are free of the trade. You are free. So what I have done most of the time is, people who know me, I don't have any of the apps on my phone when it comes to the trading apps on my phone. The reason is, when I go outside, I want to be free from the office and then carry on with my life. So a great trader is somebody who are not emotional when they are trading. Okay. Toby, you're welcome. Fred, yep, that's fine. Okay, keep the questions coming. Okay, we have a lot of people on the webinar. Please, if you keep all the questions coming, okay. Chola, are you listening? Okay, Chola, welcome. So, and also, Mr. Fred, I would like to add another thing. A great trader is somebody who will just follow instructions. When they say it's A, do A. when it's B, you do B. Okay, a great trader is not someone who you say do A and they are doing C. Okay, so it's also one of the traits. I mean, it is very very learnable. It's a very very learnable skill. I mean, when you listen to my background, there was no one in my family who taught me this. I had no clue this existed until, fortunately, I met a mentor who showed me the way, and I took it upon myself that to be able to go where I wanted to go in the future, I have to learn all this stuff, okay, myself. Okay, so yes, go on. You're welcome, Chola. Magdi, with £2,000 initial sign up, what's the minimum profit one's guarantee per week? Okay, Mr. Mag, I'm not sure Magdi is that a lady or a female. So, um, £2,000 starting capital. What's the minimum profit one is able to? Okay, wait. So let's say you start with £2,000, okay, or $2,000. I mean, the currency symbol doesn't matter. Okay, let's say 2,000 because you're in the UK, £2,000. Okay, every week, at least with £2,000, you'll be able to make anywhere between £500 to £1,000. Okay. Okay, Magdi said, man, that's fine. So Magdi, you'll be able to make anywhere between £500 to £1,000 based on the stock that you select. Remember, the stock you select, your net credit is what makes you the income. So if you select a stock that pays you a net credit of 10 cents, okay, 10 cents, it's not going to make you good weekly income. So you have to pick a stock that the net credit is maybe $1, $1.50, $2, $3. So when you times it by the contracts per options, it gives you a great amount of money. So that's why I'll give you the 70 stocks, okay, free on top of the coaching program. So you just pick, and then you also, before you place a trade, I'll show you how to check the net credit. Is the net credit enough to give you the guaranteed £500 to £1,000 per week? Okay, I hope that answers your question, Magdi. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So I mean, the starting capital is not the most important thing. Remember, when you come on this coaching program, you are not going to start trading with real money. That's not how I teach. That's not how I coach. You are going to start with a virtual account. Okay, what a virtual account does is it will help you place trades and get a feel of how the market works, how live prices move, how option codes, how options prices, the strike price, everything, how it fits together. Okay, so once you're able to trade, personally, sometimes I recommend you trade for between a month or so. Okay, and you also complete your trading diary. So before you start live trading, you email your trading diary, we go through the trading diary and look at what you have done good and what you have done not so good, and then we'll be able to evaluate, are you ready to go live? So I'm not just going to throw you off with real money, otherwise you'll be shaky. Okay, so remember, you are not going to start with real money. There's a virtual account with the broker that I recommend during the mentorship program, so we start from there. Okay, so don't worry about the initial capital. I mean, it's about getting on the mentorship program, getting mentored by somebody who walks the walk. Okay, and showing you how to also create weekly income for yourself. Okay, Fred, when I go for 2 times in the coaching course payment, how do I do the payment? Okay, Fred, this everything is automated. So once you pay for the first installment, okay, the next installment will automatically come through. Okay, so I mean, you don't have to do anything. Everything is automated. So is that okay? Chidi, how long is the course? Also, how many days? Okay, Chidi, the course lasts for 6 months. Okay, but believe me, I have a lot of my former students on this call right now. Okay, some of them will testify. Once you come on a course with me, okay, and you want extra support, you want extra help, I give it free of charge. And I know Sarah has been with us for almost about 4 years or 5 years. Okay, Sarah is on the course. She can verify, and you can also ask her. Okay, so free of charge is you become a part of me, you become a part of us, you become a part of our family. Okay, so although I say 6 months, but it's a lifelong coaching program. Okay, Okay, in a month, Fred, in a month. So when you make payments today, the next payment will come out the following month. Okay, which is today is the 8th. Okay, so the next payment will come out either on the 8th or the 9th. Okay, so I mean, okay. Chidi, where do we meet for the? Okay, so excellent question. Everything is online. Okay, it's a webinar session. Okay, the videos are recorded. I share my screen. You see what I'm doing. I'm placing a trade. You see the trade I'm placing. I'm selecting the stock. You see the stock I'm selecting. Technology these days makes us, I mean, be mobile and do business anywhere. So we don't have to meet face to face. Okay, you sit at the comfort of your own home, and then I bring the coaching to your screen like we are doing now, and the videos are recorded. So the videos, once the videos are up on the website in the members area, is free to you for life. Okay, and the days of the week. Okay, so once you come on, I will find a day of the week that will suit your schedule. So I work with you. So my schedule is flexible. So you tell me. That's why I said this is first come first serve basis. Okay, so when somebody comes, like I said, I have other students which are booked them in my diary. So some slots are open for this session. Other slots are not open. So when you register, I'll go through the diary, but you have to tell me when you'll be able to get the coaching, and then I'll check my diary if I have a slot, and then I'll put you there. Okay, I hope that's okay. Fred, you are welcome. Toby, why selling options while they have little time to expire? Good. Okay, Toby, good question. Because you see, the big banks, the institutions, the pension funds, okay, what they do is they buy options as a hedge, as an insurance, as a protection to protect against their shares. So, for example, let's say you have which company shall I use in the UK? Let's say let me use this bank, Morgan Stanley, for example. I'm just using Morgan Stanley. Let's say they have bought 1 billion shares of Apple. Okay, Apple shares, I think it's about $600, $700. So they have a lot of billions of dollars on that shares alone. So they cannot risk the shares going down in value. So let's say they bought it for 700. They don't want the shares to go down in value to $600. Otherwise, they're losing a lot of billions of pounds. So what they do is they buy the put as insurance on those shares. And that is where you and I will go in, because we know that these companies have bought the put. They are going to expire worthless because the stocks of Apple during that week, it hasn't fallen below the $700 mark. So the put they have bought it will expire worthless. So instead of expiring worthless, that's where you and I will go in and then grab a piece of that and put it in our pocket. Okay. Magdi, how long does the session last? The session lasts between an hour to an hour and a half. Okay. Keep the questions coming. Okay. Um, that's right. Toby, I hope I answered your question. Yes, you're welcome, Toby. Okay. So this is the simplest, the most unique strategy, okay, in all of the investing world that you'll be able to use to make good weekly income. Okay. So our time is almost up, 2 minutes to 9. Okay. If you don't have any questions, okay, Magdi is typing. Okay, let me wait and answer a few questions. So we have 2 more minutes. So if you have any questions, please, within the 2 minute time frame, you can type in. Mr. Edmond, how many sessions do we have in a week? Okay, Mr. Edmond, we do one session per week. But like I said, if you need any extra weekly sessions, I mean, we will be able to arrange it. Okay. Clifford, I will call you later and discuss. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so if you have my phone number, please do give me a call, or let me put it here, 0796051157. Okay, you can give me a call and then I'll be able to help you. Okay, we have a minute left. Calvin is typing. Yep, that's fine. Magdi, this stock option thing, is it equivalent to binary option? No, this is totally different. You see, binary options doesn't have an underlying asset. What do I mean by that? Okay, they don't have anything riding on that option. So this is a stock option. These are they have underlying assets. So for example, the Apple stock I gave you, Apple is a company, okay? So they have an underlying stock. So we just grab a piece of their options. Apple's they buy, okay, on their stocks. Okay, so this is totally different from binary options and forex. Emmanuel, thank you for the. You are welcome. Okay, Fred, whatever happened. Good, Mr. Fred, you are welcome. So the videos, the webinar video is being recorded. So hopefully, if anything doesn't come up, I'll post the recording by tomorrow, and then I'll email the link to you. Calvin, you are welcome. You are welcome. Have a blessed. Everybody have a blessed week. Thank you very much for coming, and it's my wish that you'll be able to achieve financial independence. Esther, thank you, brother, for this. Yep, we'll be. That's fine. What do you mean? Okay, Magdi, the underlying stock is I gave you a company like Apple, okay, or Google, or what? Thank you, Clifford. Princess Chisanga, God bless you. Have a blessed night. Thank you very much. You've been an awesome audience. Thank you very much. Jody, thank you all. Yep, thank you. God bless all. Thank you. Have a blessed weekend.